One of the things that we do here, which is very, very important, is patrolling in the bush to find snares. John is going to unravel one to give you an idea of what a wire noose looks like. The one he's undoing is a small structure. It was for an impala. So it's a single strand piece of wire. And you see the noose is attached like so. This gives you an idea of the noose. If you could just close it just to show how it closes around the animal. And you see that traps it on the neck. The end of the wire is attached to a tree so that when the animal is caught, say by its neck, it cannot get away because the tree holds the other part. The only time the snares break is when a large animal gets caught in a single strand snare, and it can break it, but then the noose can remain tied around its neck. This is just a small pile here that we picked up in the last couple of days. Every day, sometimes twice a day, Jean-Roger and I patrol the bush in search of snares. A snare is usually a wire draped from one tree onto a game path, and it's in a circle like a noose. The animal steps into it, or his head goes in, and then the noose tightens and they're stuck. You can snare anything from an elephant down, and if it's thick enough wire, which they use 3-4 strands, the animal sometimes can't even break it. In the riverbed here there are many game trails, and every trail has a potential of having a snare upon it. If you look over to this side here, that is a trail that the hippos make when they leave the island. That would be a perfect area to set a snare. Perfect place for the animals to be trapped and snared, because it's the last source of water. So any place where there's a trail going through bushes with a tree, there can be a snare. Here you can see where the elephants were last night. The water table is still high, and where the elephants stood, the water has seeped up. The ground is our newspaper. We have a look at what's been walking, gives us an idea of what animals to expect in the area, and also if there are any human animals, predators such as poachers. Here you can see the tracks of a hippo. This was earlier on this morning, I would say, and it actually looks like robin's tracks. This is the dung of the hippo. It's been lying in the river during the evening. This kudu was poached, found by Ernest the game scout. The meat hasn't been taken. At the moment can't see the front legs. It was bopped to this tree. You can see the snare mark on the tree, and then dragged the tree to here where it died. This is the tree area where the snare was. He broke the branch from here and then dragged it down this hill here into the riverbed where she died. Same area as the kudu was snared. A large, looks like a mining cable. John, just show the bottom of it, hold the bottom. It hasn't been good finding a dead kudu, but at least we removed the other 2 snares that we actually found. As you can see, living in the bush, there's pluses, lots of them, but there are also the negatives. That's why we need everybody's help to keep patrolling and to stop these kind of things happening.